You caught the line they threw you, you helped to make it fast. You heard the sailors talking in the rigging. The captain said he'd take another hand before the mast. You knew that you were halfway to the digging. So you rode the ocean swell and you went to live in hell, in the camps and the creeks of Castlemaine. And like a million other souls, you were haunted by the gold. You'd never know a peaceful day again. So tell me, Euwan Gillis, did you still believe the dream when the hard men of Victoria bought and sold you, and you had to sell the farm that you'd sifted from the seams? Did you curse the tale the sailor laddies told you? And did you fight the call of the island you knew could never hold you? Of all the gold Euwan Gillis ever found could not buy him peace or freedom from the memory of the sound of the waves on St. Kilda's rocky shore. And when the dream was done, you'd lost your children and your wife, and every single thing you'd ever had. And you told your friends the gold was still the centre of your life, and they told you one and all that you were mad. So you wandered through the years, never stopping once to rue. St. Kilda heard your footsteps as you passed. The new glory even put you in a coat of faded blue, but the older glory claimed you back at last. And tell me, Euwan Gillis, did you give the Lord your thanks when he showed you where the gold and riches lay? And did you bow your head in prayer at the sacramental banks? Did you ask him, should you go or should you stay? To St. Kilda, your home across the mountains, at the dawn of every day. Of all the gold Euwan Gillis ever found could not buy him peace or freedom from the memory of the sound of the waves on St. Kilda's rocky shore. So once more you made the journey to that barren, barren land, to end your days among your kith and kin, to a winter where the devil held the island in his hands, and the shadow of starvation rode the wind. For it's hard upon St. Kilda for folk to keep their pride when every season brings them to despair. And to hear you tell a tale of a different ocean's tide made the bitter burden harder still to bear. For they knew you for their own, you were forced to stand alone in a solitude that no one could endure. Made your home a living grave to the bravest of the brave. You were forced to leave the poorest of the poor. So you reached out once again to the calling and the glory of the gold. Of all the gold Euwan Gillis ever found could not buy him peace or freedom from the memory of the sound of the waves on St Kilda's rocky shore. When first I heard the tale of Euwan and the gold, I was filled with bitter anger and with tears. To hear a traveller returned and be shut out from the fold drove a shaft into the deepest of my fears. For God made Euwan Gillis, God gave him wings to fly, but only from the land where he belonged. And I'd fight with God himself for the light in Euwan's eye, or with anyone who tells me he was wrong. For there's some who use the dreams to tear themselves apart, and some who never find the dream at all. But how many find the courage to look deepest in their hearts and find a dream they can follow till they fall? Oh, my heart cries out with wonder, and I hear him answering the call. Of all the gold Euwan Gillis ever found could not buy him peace or freedom from the memory of the sound of the waves on St Kilda's rocky shore.